Jim, it's your dad. I'd like to see you, bud.
Look, my schedule is kind of hectic right now, so if you're gonna flake on me, call first.
Great. I'll come by and get you.
Papa Bear. Good to see you, Papa. So you're back to being a hoodlum, huh?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The gangbanger, buddy? You're out at all hours? That look in your eye? We all know it, Pops.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to break out of this bubble I've been trapped in for so long.
Yeah, I think that bubble is called your family, you douche. Listen, I'm sure we're borrowing and everything, but for fuck's sake, what kind of example are you setting?
Oh, by the looks of you and your sister, an awful one.
Very funny. You know I'm fat because you hate me.
No, you're not. You're a bit overweight because you smoke too much pot and don't do any exercise. Knock it off with the self-pity.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. Hey, there's like a bar around here? Father-son beer time, come on.
I ain't quite ready to condone your drinking, Jim, or smoking grass, or doing anything.
So the robbing and shooting's cool, but drinking isn't?
Exactly. It's a level of hypocrisy I can live with. So, how you been, son?
Gee, just top of the world, Pop. Yippee! Can we go get a soda pop and then maybe take in a ball game?
Are you being sarcastic?
What do you think, Pop?
With you? I have no idea. So, you gonna tell me about that job hunt?
Can you give it a rest? Do you really think this helps?
It's worth a shot, because nothing else seems to help.
Get a job. Don't play video games. Get a girlfriend. Don't smoke weed.
Well, maybe if you cut down on the weed, the job and the girlfriend might come a little easier, huh? And you wouldn't have so much time for games.
You're so fucking judgmental, Dad. These are my life choices. This is my body shape. Learn to love me.
The elephant in the room here is that I'm supporting you. You're in my house buying pot with my money.
Kids don't become dependent by themselves. You enabled me. This is on you.
Fine, so I'll stop enabling. Again, how's the job hunt?
Why'd you even have kids?
I don't know. I can think of better things to spend money on, I'll tell you that much. Jimmy, look, the language you use when playing that game of yours, is that really necessary?
Yeah, it is necessary. It's how I express myself.
Well, you don't express yourself like that in public.
Well, you're so overly judgmental, Dad. It's post-prejudice.
Yeah, well, someone's gonna hit you when you're post-prejudice to their face.
It's nice to see you, Dad.
Yeah, is it? Or are you being sarcastic? I can't tell anymore.
My God, why do you hate me so much?
What are you talking about?
All I do is try to make you happy, and all you do is throw it in my face.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm sorry I'm not cool, or tough, or good at anything, and you're ashamed of me, but I love you.
Ah, not this again.
What do you mean?
The guilt trip, the confession, the crying, the hugs, and then you ask for money.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So you don't need money?
No, but if you got any spare.
Shut up. Just shut up. How you been, kid?
Well, Pop, funny you should mention it. I've had a breakthrough. In the therapy I don't go to, I mean.
What are you talking about?
I realized just how much I dislike you. It's a great revelation. Dad, when are you gonna retire and stop being a criminal again?
Maybe when you stop doing drugs?
I only take drugs to get your attention.
Well, it's not good attention.
Before you just ignored me. Now at least we spent some time together.
I spend time shouting at you. Did you get a car from those credit fraud people for the attention?
Maybe.
And how about the boat? You get my boat stolen for attention?
Well, there was a financial angle to the yacht thing, but yeah, I wanted attention. It makes me think you might maybe care.
I do care. I've always cared. But if you keep fucking up that spectacularly, you're never gonna want attention again.
Dad, why do you hate me?
Stop being such a drama queen. I don't hate you.
Dad, know I'm a disappointment, but can you just give up on attaining your ideal, notion of a son and come to terms with the reality?
What, so I should just roll over and give you money to buy weed and games and stupid tattoos?
You already do that. You should just be less of a dick about it. Dad?
What do you want?
Nothing. Well, not nothing, but hardly anything.
What?
I want another tattoo.
Really? Another one? You need another one?
To go with entitled? The piece on my neck?
Well, you want asshole on your face just to seal the deal? Well, that's something I'll pay for.
Oh, you just know nothing about post-ironic body art.
Ignorance in this instance, Jimmy, is bliss. Look, before you say it, I don't hate you, and you don't really hate me.
Then why are you always on my case and you let my slut bucket sister get away with murder?
That's not true.
She ain't daddy's little princess now. Anyone can have a go, and most of them have. Seriously. I just had an idea.
What is it? A solution to world hunger? Or is it global warming? Or both?
A fix for us. I think our problem is that you keep giving me money.
Well, I can stop doing that whenever you want. Hey, I can kick you out of the house, too, if you think that'd help.
Listen, hear me out. You stop giving me money, and you lend me some instead.
Oh. What do you want? 20 bucks?
How about $500,000? Something like that. You lend it to me, I start out on my own, learn some important economic lessons.
Your idea is I give you $500,000. You are insane.
No, you lend me $500,000. I'll pay you back, or it can come out of my trust fund.
Nice try, kid. Get a job.
You know it's all your fault.
What's all my fault?
How I turned out, how Tracy turned out. If you weren't such a selfish bastard.
If you knew how poor I grew up, you wouldn't call me selfish.
This is the problem. There's more to life than money. So are you back for good, or are you gonna run off again?
For good, I hope. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
What does that even mean, ahead of ourselves? Because what it sounds like is physically impossible shrink-speak nonsense.
It's probably what it is. But I'm trying, okay? I know you're angry at me.
Because you're a psychotic killer? Or because you nearly destroyed our family? Or because I'm a fat slob riddled with self-loathing?
You're not a fat slob, and you don't have self-loathing. You just need to take better care of yourself. I'm sorry, look, this conversation, it's not going how I imagined it would.
What, you wanted a big hug and me to absolve you of your many sins because you were trying your best?
Yeah, that would have been nice. Look, Jim, I realize I'm a shit person and a shit dad, but I love you, and I'm not going anywhere, all right?
Okay, jeez. Why do you have to get so emotional?
Looking good.
Good to spend time with you, Dad.
Are you being sarcastic with me?
No, not at all. I won't pretend I haven't hated you all my conscious life, but at the same time, I sort of love you.
That's very nice of you, I think. I'm sort of happy. It's odd. Oh! It's good to be a family again. I'm so happy to have you all back.
All that fighting was kind of shitty.
Well, it's gonna be better now. I promise.
You know, it's not all just like magically better. You can't take Mom for granted again. And like, Tracy, I'm still kind of worried about her.
How so?
I mean, what's she doing with her life?
What are you doing with your life?
I don't want to be famous. Unless it's like, famous in a cool way.
Trace will grow out of that. And hey, when I'm a big movie producer, maybe I'll make her famous.
I think you should talk to her.
She'll go to college. She'll forget about the fame crap. She'll be fine. Trust me.
I just thought I should say something.
Thanks, Jim. You should have.
Oh, and when you're a big movie producer, can you make me famous?
No, Jim. You've got other talents.
So I've got some good news.
Hit me with it.
You'll be happy to hear. I stopped dealing drugs.
You've lost the one job you had. Why would I be happy about that?
But you don't like weed in the house.
I want you to stop smoking it, not dealing it. You need some income.
So, how's business? The legitimate one. I mean, not the bank robbing and killing people.
Haha, very funny. I told you, I've given up all that bad stuff.
Entirely.
More or less entirely. As entirely as I can.
I'm not even gonna pretend to understand that. How are the movies?
Going good, I think.
You making any money?
Why?
Retirement can be expensive. I don't want to have to support you and Mom, and I know you want me to get on my own 2 feet sooner rather than later.
What exactly does that mean?
It's cheaper than law school.
What is?
Day trading. I got a knack for it. You float me and I'm off.
Get an education.
Oh, buzzkill. Good to spend time with you again, Dad.
Right back at you, buddy.
But along with a job, I'm also about to think about figuring out how to get a girlfriend. So when I do, I won't have so much free time.
Good for you.
Yes. And of course, girlfriends aren't cheap. Well, I mean, the one I want will be sort of cheap, but not cheap enough. So I may need to borrow some money.
We'll see. Hey, try getting a date first.
We're getting on a lot better, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. This is fun.
You know, it's cool having a dad I can talk to. Who's, like a friend.
Jim. Dude, that's really nice.
So, like, friend to friend? Remember when you said, no car? In what sense did you mean that?
Well, when you say no job, in what sense do you mean that?
In the sense that the market is really, flat right now. But cars have never been so affordable, and financing opportunities are really attractive.
Yeah, I know all about your financing opportunities.
Hey, you wouldn't have met Franklin if I hadn't gotten that ride.
No job, no car, no conversation.
Asshole!
This is good, Jimmy. Real good.
I feel like we're a lot closer now, so you should call me what my friends call me. Big J.
Big J, huh? You know, I heard a friend calling you cocksmoker and Little Dick on that game of yours. I never heard Big J.
Well, they do. Can I get my name changed legally?
Nah, you don't need to do that, kid. Just get it tattooed across your forehead.
Good to spend time with you, Pops.
You too, Jim.
Listen, can I ask you something mano a mano?
Please don't.
The casting couch. Is it true?
Not in my experience.
Shit. There was a job I could have been great for. Casting director.
Why don't you try to get a normal girlfriend, a job, and a sense of purpose?
In a time machine back to the 1950s, that stuff is over, Pops. It's all swinging, self-loathing, and vapid celebrity now.
I know, but can't you see through that? Come on, you're a bright kid.
And rise above this superficial shithole I've lived in for the past 9 years? Of course not. Get real.
Somebody help me.
All right, what would you say, Dad, if I told you were looking at a medal-winning combat veteran?
What are you talking about?
Well, not yet, but I will be soon. I found my calling. Drone pilot, using my righteous slaughter skills to kill insurgents. From my bedroom.
You go for it, son.
Dad, am I funny?
To look at? No. I mean, if you don't like the way you look, your mom knows a doctor who...
Dad, no, Jesus. I mean, do I make people laugh? I'm thinking about becoming a comedian.
They say that comedians aren't very funny in person.
I'm funny, okay? My crew think I'm really amusing.
Your crew is stoned, Jim. Being a comedian is not a viable career option. Sorry.
Will you come to an open mic night?
Jim, I can take you smoking. I can take you saying horrible things to your friends through that headset. But if you go to an open mic night, or one of those horrible improv shows, you're moving out.
Oh, well, when I get my first sitcom, I'll remind you of this. People say try to get paid to do what you love, right?
If you want to get bored of doing what you love, start to resent it, and eventually learn to hate it, yeah, sure.
So I was thinking about going in for esports.
Newsflash, Jim, you're not an athlete.
Esports. It's like professional computer games. I'm either gonna do that or become like a professional male escort because I love the ladies.
Oh, that's brilliant, son. Fucking excellent.
You wanna smoke, Dad? It's good stuff.
No, I don't. And I don't want you doing it around me.
It's on prescription.
Hey, I get hemorrhoid cream on prescription, but I don't put it on in the car around you.
Anyway, I'm giving up drugs soon. Really soon.
Please, do.
I will. I need to get my head straight if I'm going to make it in entertainment. You know, I'll figure things out, Dad. One day. Soon.
Sure, take your time, son. There's no rush.
Because I know deep down you blame yourself for me.
I don't blame myself for that. I'm proud of you. It's a miracle, but you're actually sort of okay. So, you know what's coming. Our favorite topic of conversation.
Don't worry, it's taken care of.
No.
Yep, I start tomorrow.
You got a job? I can't believe it. Why don't you say something?
It's not like a job per se. It's a way of making money.
Jimmy,
I'm gonna be a bank robber, just like you. First joint's all cased out.
you're not cut out for that kind of work.
I know, and especially since I don't have a car. But I'm using a road bike as a getaway vehicle, and I don't need to cut in a driver.
You're robbing a bank on your bike.
Of course I'm not, you idiot. Me? Make money? The day has not yet come. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, kid.
I'm sorry I didn't turn out different.
Hey, don't say that. We're all screw-ups. But I wouldn't change anything about our family.
I wouldn't change you either, Dad. Except I'd make you buy me a car. Oh, I lost!
And there it is.
Oh, shooting all those people must kind of help with your darts aim.
All right, here we are.
Thanks, Dad. Look after yourself, okay?